There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's script to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma. Another win, oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down loud. Every week we'll recap it slow. Tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see this piggy squeal his song. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down wow. Every week we'll recap it slow. Tune in for this little piggy show. Oh, this little piggy ain't missing a thing. Just sit back, laugh, and watch the king.
Okay, I didn't know it was that long of an ending when I made it the intro video. Hello, boys and girls. It is your good pal, Tuki. Have you kissed your favorite cum-eating cuckold today? I hope you have. Welcome to This Little Piggy, a roundtable discussion. Oh, my God, what is happening? Oh, God. Of the Steel Toe Morning Show. Hello, everybody.
Hi,
my life.
What happened to your camera?
I don't know. This is a new one. Normally it goes to color bars. So I have no idea. Welcome, my guest host, Patrick Melton from NLO, Carl Heberger from Who Are These Podcasts, and Moody from the company that's ditching Patrick Melton. Hello, everyone.
What's happening, Tuki? I feel bad for you. I feel like we're off to a bad start today.
We are off to
We're
a
trying to
horrible
do
start.
trying to do too many things today is the problem. You got to focus.
You know, Chad never has these issues.
Shut up. You shut up.
This is really embarrassing for you.
It's pretty normal to not have Tuki on this show anymore.
Yes,
So-
that is true.
I'd watch Tuki try to fix his camera for hours before I watched Chad, unironically.
Yeah, actually, if you had the camera of you trying to fix your camera, let's just
Right.
watch that.
Thank
Take us
you.
off the screen.
Oh, I actually do.
Yeah, I know you
have
do.
that recording, but it's a recording thing. But yes, I will have this up on my Patreon. Everyone can see me sweating to try and fix my stuff. But yes,
Because the self talk from Rocco would be way worse than anything Chad could come to think of to say about him.
Oh yeah.
I had to start
Fantastic.
OBS. Can you actually still hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So, so much going on in the week of the toe. We had our last goal of 2024, and then we were told there's a possibility of no more goals in 2025, but we picked up right where we left off.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't we have our last goal ever? This is end of goals.
Fantastic. Yes. And also the, what was it? Not only the end of goals, but,
The end of Patrick Melton.
the end of Patrick Melton.
I believe that happened this week too.
Again. He's ended me so many times. It just keeps happening.
I was surprised when you showed up. I thought you were over. I didn't know. You're still around.
Sorry. I was sniping Chad on the other channel. And then you're going to love this. Frantically, I went to delete my snipe because obviously I wasn't even on the stream. I was just basically restreaming him. And it made him spiral his whole show. But then I went to delete that. And in a panic, I accidentally deleted last night's show.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, great.
So I literally just deleted last night's show.
You were in a panic. So
of my
it's funny.
YouTube channel.
Aaron always says you're always spurging out and panicking, but so he's right about that.
He's right. It's gone. Of course I have a backup. I'm not retarded, and I'll be uploading that and re-airing it as a premiere after this. I'm so sorry. I literally the thumbnails were so similar. and I thought it didn't take, so I re-deleted it, and I was like, oh fuck, that was the show. That was actually last night's show.
You gotta stop having thumbnails of just a single fat guy on there.
Oh god. You say Aaron? Aaron's my single fat guy. He said he would hurt me. I don't know if you heard this. The violence is coming back. The threats of violence.
Yes.
And he's saying like he would actually like, it's kind of like fun to joke about fighting Melton, but he would actually hurt me and it wouldn't be good.
Well, he said he has challenged you many times and you keep declining his challenges. Even though there are literal clips of you saying, yes, I will fight you. Let's go. Let's do it. When are we doing it?
On the NLO Clips channel is a good anthology of that called Tar to the Rings. And it's where he threatened me, then said he didn't, or where he challenged me. I accepted. He said he didn't challenge me. He didn't offer to fly me out. But then he said, well, if I did say that, I didn't mean that. And then he's like, well, you got to get licensed. We can't do this without like insurance and licensing and sponsors. We split the super chats. Of course, then when Ethan Ralph was in town, an impromptu boxing match, he had a key to the jam.
Wait a second, though, Patrick. What you're talking about here, it's just you saying that he said those things. It's not actual clips of him saying these things, right? You don't like
no, it's clips of him. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait. So when you say that Aaron said something, you like have proof and you can show people that?
Yeah, we play a clip.
Huh.
Play the clip.
That's interesting. That's a different way to go about it.
Yeah.
Because I heard him say on the show today that Patrick and Moody lie all the time, and I love that Moody got thrown in there.
I've
lies all the time.
I've been getting thrown in there a lot. I think yesterday he said that I was more nefarious and worse than Patrick.
Well, that could be true, but I'm just wondering, is there a clip? Like, what's the lie he's referring to? I'm curious.
He just said that if you look in my closet, there'll be skeletons, and I'm more nefarious and
well. Also, all he has to do is just say the Discord, because he knows that his fans won't know how to look that up. Oh, the shit that Moody says in the Discord, you can't believe it, man. Wow.
I saw a new level of one-upmanship. You know, last week on the show, we were talking about Chad had done this lie where he said that I was harassing KB, the fan that KB, and making her choose and putting pressure on her. Of course, I challenged Chad to like prove that. KB said that's not true. Chad lied about her. All this came out. There's of course no proof. Chad once again using a fan to try to pad his insecurity and drag me into it and make me seem like a bad guy harassing these fans. That didn't happen. Aaron hears that, and Aaron goes on, not only after it's disproven, Aaron carries it forward on his show and says Patrick's doxing fans who he finds out are fans of other shows.
Yeah, he took it one step further. So it started with the lie about what Chad had said, that you make fans choose. Right. And then a day or two later, it turned into, and we all know this guy doxes the fans if they don't step in line. If they fall out of line, he will dox your information. He's like, we all know that. He uses words like that.
We're having an event for the second time. No one's ever had their information spilled online from any one of. We're accused of this stuff all the time, all of us.
Well, I want to know, not to be a ball washer, but this is a thing it came to me today. It occurred to me today as I'm watching Aaron Imholt say all of these vile things about my friend Patrick. You know, you're thin-skinned, you're vindictive, you're litigious, you're always spurging out, you're always seething. I always wonder, what if like one of his fans who just watches his show tunes into NLO one day and goes, wait a second, have I been being lied to this entire time? Like, you're the opposite of all those things.
It's kind of happening. This crunchy cynicism chick who I think's batshit crazy. She's been over in NLO donating left and right, hanging out because Rusty Calhoun and Hobo Chili Recipe and Little Lemmy and now Granny, because basically by Aaron going on his show, Granny wasn't a fan of mine, I guess, as he stated multiple times.
Yeah,
many times.
5 minute
You made that
clip.
clear, yes.
But
Stink.
because Aaron went on his show and told his audience that Granny was such a big fan because Granny's not buying some part of the delusion Aaron's trying to spin. Now Granny understands, like, holy shit, maybe this guy is lying about everything. And Granny was in our chat last night. It is like a red pilling almost of like their they come over, and I'm not saying they stop liking Steel Toe. I'm sure Crunchy Cynicism will be right back over there with Steel Toe, but
and you have a problem with that, right? They have to choose sides.
Well, they'll be getting my DMs, and I do have a PI looking into their family's information.
Good.
Your mother shouldn't have a job unless you choose. So I loved it. I just love how he one-upped it, and he keeps making everything more threatening. This is a guy who is actually like fucking up people's lives and has criminal charges, but he can't stop levying these outrageous, outlandish allegations about people that have no foundation. It's like, if I'm doxing fans, where is it? There's a guy to this day, this Kush King guy, who they faked a screenshot on Spurgtopia and told him I doxed him. And to this day, he believes it. And is really mad at me. Like, I get death threats from him. Like, nothing happened. I've done nothing to him. But he's either so mentally ill he doesn't understand it. So I don't get these people who live in this weird world.
Patrick is killing himself one cheeseburger at a time. You don't have to do anything.
Right.
He's got this.
Speaking of giving away information, yes, that was a big thing that Aaron talked about today. As a matter of fact, he had a lot of I have a couple of quotes here. Super Tips is selling your info. Probably.
Yeah, okay. He goes like this. He goes, Super Tip collects all the same information that Stripe does. I'm sure of it.
Yes. Yeah, I believe the exact quote was Super Tips is selling your info. Pause. Probably.
No, he said I'm sure of it though, too, at one point.
I'm sure of it.
It's
okay,
wild.
I missed that one.
Yeah, he's just making shit up.
We're joking a lot about this like acquisition of the company, but it's not fake. And I can't wait until there's a legal team behind that actually starts serving this idiot for talking.
It's fantastic. But yes, earlier on.
Yeah,
go ahead, Moody.
With selling information, just because Aaron's a salesman and he knows that if he got one person's info, he'd be able to like sell that one person's information. When there's platforms that sell information, they're talking about like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of users,
millions.
And right, you want a large scale. Here, there's like 1,000 of that. Like,
well, yeah, whoever's saying sell information, that's just something they've heard out there in the ether. They have no idea what they're talking about. When Kevin Brennan's talking about like what's going to happen with the data that's being collected and shit, these people have no idea. I used to work in data security. It's wild to me. These people think they can even talk on the subject.
Dude, this Super Tip scandal is tantamount to Cambridge Analytica.
Right, yeah, you would think so. Trump's going to get reelected for a third term because of this.
But they're also lumping in Stripe, the credit card processing service that you use for Super Tips, in with Super Tip. They don't understand that, yes, you can get certain information on Stripe, but that is normal credit card processing.
I'll tell you this.
It's not real outrage. They're idiots. It's not
I'll tell you this, because I do have Super Tip. And I use it for different shows. So sometimes I'm on with Who Are These Socials, but I do with Blind Mike, and sometimes I use it for little one-offs with WATP and stuff. And my first complaint was, I can't get any information out of Super Tip. I remember messaging you and Moody, like, how do I run a report that shows how much money I made on this day versus that day? And you're like, yeah, we don't have any of that. Like, there's literally no information in Super Tip. I wish there was more.
You can't tell how much you made in a show.
No, there's no fucking way. I have to go to Stripe to get that information.
I don't need to be bullied like this.
By the way, new feature today on this little piggy. You can call in if you want to talk toe. 866-543-6854. JT is in the John chair. He'll be screening your calls. Give JT a call and say hi. 866-543-6854 to talk the toe.
Even if Aaron's never tasted your cum, we still want to hear from you.
Yes.
One question I want to ask is, what's the first payment platform Aaron hawks?
Oh,
Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Streamlabs. Okay.
Right.
If you pay someone on Streamlabs, that connects to Stripe
or PayPal.
PayPal.
Yeah,
you can connect to either of them.
Yeah.
But the same info.
He said this is a quote from Aaron. Wow, when you pay with Super Tips, you get personal information from the person who donates. I'd hate to be in that position. And then he goes, Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal. It's like, what are we like? No, I can tell you're all very, very mad, and it's a very serious allegation. Fuck you.
Well, I do want to point out, I just want a quick plug, my show WTP tomorrow. I will have the great Pat Dixon coming on for a segment, because I want to talk about a couple things. Obviously, all this controversy over Super Tip, but also he was on the final episode with Stuttering John, and I have to find out why that was. So we'll be talking to Pat Dixon.
Look, obviously, like in the middle of it, it got a little heated, and when I was going off on him on my show last night, which I'm sure he's glad I deleted,
it'll be back.
I feel a little bad about it, but I have to make it entertaining. But also, like, it is just a stupid thing. He can say whatever the fuck he wants. He goes, anybody want her last 4 of her? And then he's like, I didn't offer that. It's like, you fucking did. I'm not dumb. I have ears. Like, we're not going to have this argument. I get that it wasn't a serious offer or whatever. It's not a good look.
Don't offer customers.
Like,
it's good to know.
Insane to even have, like, once you message Moody, like, hey, this could be a problem for Super Tip, you have no plausible deniability anymore. You can't do this like, this is my problem. It's like, no, you foresaw it as a problem for us and then went, meh. Like,
Patrick, I think Pat is a bit out of his mind. He is willing to get back with Felicia or whatever her stupid 400-pound name is. Yes, the last time I was on with him, he was like, yeah, I would, I would entertain the idea, maybe,
Well, he's obviously still in love. They're still flirting with each other.
Yes, they're flirting with each other through Super Tip.
So he's not with Taz.
I don't even know what a Taz is.
I don't
really.
It's a head scratcher.
She kind of looks like Carl, I think. Yeah. But I don't know what is going on.
Good-looking version of me, yes.
Yeah, sometimes they seem to be in the same place. Sometimes they don't. I don't know. But he wants back.
They are in the same place, no? You hear her in the background clanking around.
I just thought that's on her camera. Doesn't she have her own camera? Isn't there like a Taz cam where we now watch her sleep? Why are we watching?
I think that's just another camera in the, like, that's just her laptop.
No, I don't know, but anyway, yeah, he is open to the possibility of him and Felicia getting back together. It's sickening.
Well, I think for the Dabbleverse they should.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Why not? Nuke
He's
it.
a maniac.
Yep.
But that's why we love him. Oh, Pat Dixon.
And he got mad. Look, he got mad. I know we're supposed to be talking about Aaron, but this can just be just a wrap-up show. Pat messaged me. He's like, I can't believe you think that, like, I would do some, like, snap and kill her. It's like, I was using it as an example. Like,
also, we all think that, Pat. we're all like, yeah, maybe.
If we allow this woman to continue to harass you and then it drives you to do something, we're going to be named in
it wouldn't be his first violent outburst. Let's put it that way.
I'm just using it as an example. Like,
Jay Dabbler, you're on with your heroes.
Hello, fellas, especially you, Tuki, my king and lord. When it comes to Aaron, one thing I want to say, as someone who was never a part of the Howard Stern, Opie and Anthony world, because I'm only 33, so I was never a part of any of that before I started. Shut up! Before I started listening to WATP in, I think, like 2022, roughly late 2021. I have no connection to that world beyond what I've been involved in. But I have been beforehand when I was younger. I was a Kiwi farmer. I was on 4chan. I was all that kind of shit. And I was a very big fan of Nick Rekieta. And I've watched the Nick Rekieta arc play out. And the thing that I hate Aaron the most for is that he's such a retard that he drags away the absolutely fascinating fall and complexity of the Rekieta situation. Because now we have this dumbass who's basically Stuttering John, but not as cartoonish, but he's still the same.
This is going great.
This hypocritical dumbass that speaks the same thing over and over again. But he disgusts me in that sense, that him being boring is somehow still more interesting than the actual interesting story.
Well, I'll just say, Jay Dabbler, it's a brilliant point, because we don't even know the Nick Rekieta that the rest of the internet knows. Like, this story's been going on for a while. We just picked up on it starting here with Aaron Imholt, and the Nick Rekieta story arc has been crazy for quite some time.
Yeah, and yeah, Carl, and that's the thing. Like, I don't really use, like, I'm older now. I'm not as much of a loser as I used to be, so I'm not really on the Kiwi farm.
Congrats.
Shut up, Tukey. Shut up. But I do like sometimes go on there and I'm like, you guys don't understand the Dabbleverse. Like, you don't understand that. They don't understand our story. You don't understand their story. So it's like two different worlds colliding. They neither side really understands what's going on. And it makes me, I hate that Aaron absorbs so much attention when he is just nothing. He is a nothing person. He is literally a homeless man on the street that has a webcam.
Well, hold on. Speaking of homeless, we got to get into to Nick Rekieta and this issue with his house. Okay. So I'm glad you brought that up. I wanted to talk about that.
I'm gonna leave in a second, Carl. I'm gonna leave in a second. I want to say one thing though about Nick. He's not actually going to be homeless. I don't know the full extent of it, but it's a complex thing. But God help me, Aaron hopes the man is fucking homeless and all his kids die on the street, I guess. But before I leave, I just want to say, Tukey, I'm your number one caller. I love you.
I love
Carl,
you.
Love you.
Love you too.
Hilton, I'm fond of you. And Kiwi, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, speak slower next time. Speak slower when you call next time.
Yeah, Moody. That guy thinks you're boring.
Thanks, J Dabble, for calling. I think the interesting thing about Aaron is that he hasn't risen to the same heights as Nick, but somehow in his mind he has.
Oh, yeah.
I love that disconnect from reality.
Yesterday he called himself and Mike David peers.
Yes.
right.
Oh, we're burning through my notes, but yes, him and Mike David are now peers.
Mike David is sitting in a beautiful, well thought out set.
It's wild. I have never really seen the wide, holy shit.
Yeah, did he buy Liberace's place? What is that?
Yes, there's chandeliers. There's a place for a band. It's like
every time I talk to Doug from the Jingles department, who's a big fan of the show and everything that we're doing. Every time I talk to him, he goes, "Carl, the best set out there is Red Bar. That's what you should be trying to do." I'm like, that's crazy.
It's insane.
Well, again, that's in a commercial space, I would imagine, right? That's not like a room in a house, unless it's a big house. It's a big room. So I just picture it just being empty for 2 weeks, and they come in and Jules runs around and plugs in all the little Temu garbage that's lights up, and then because there's it's like a Spencer's Gifts in there with a black light. There's so many little pops of color everywhere, and they don't use it ever. He does one show every 10 days, somebody said. So it's I can't imagine having that and not using it all the time. I do this a few times a week, and it's elaborate to me. What is that? Just sitting there.
Does he run out?
But meanwhile, Aaron's sitting there with a board he scrolls on like that and says, "We're peers."
Right? Aaron should have that set. Aaron does a show twice a day. Aaron needs an elaborate, nice set that's used.
All right. In Aaron's defense, I think that was a little tongue in cheek when he said that him and Mike David were peers. But
he also coming back.
He also was really happy about the fact that Mike David was speaking highly of Aaron, and Aaron doesn't pick up on that sarcasm at all. So, this is a guy Mike David's always clowning Aaron. He's just like, I don't know, this Aaron guy, he's got to figure it out. And Aaron's like, yep, he's right about me. I am the best. And all of a sudden he loves Red Bar again too. So he's very naive in that way.
Well, he said Mike David's being nice to me, and that makes me Red Bar fan again.
Yep.
So it's literally he's saying the quiet part of the psychology out loud. I'm friends with anyone who's nice to me.
Yeah.
That's who I like. And it's okay.
Yeah, not even friends with, but I appreciate their work.
Right.
If you compliment me, all of a sudden you're now good at what you do.
Well, he joined the Red Bar Club or whatever again. He's and because of that, I signed back up and say, I'll give you money if you say nice things about me and aren't mean.
LL Cooley, you're on to talk to.
Hello, guys. Carl.
Oh, boy.
Patrick. Tukey. Moody.
Hi.
What color underwear you have on? Come on.
What color underwear do I have on?
Yeah, come on. You know the answer.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know.
LL Cooley won't stop gay harassing Moody.
I didn't know.
Come on. Come on, buddy.
All right.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't remember.
Okay, I'll find out later. What's really interesting is the way Aaron disconnects himself from life and anything that's going on with himself. He defines himself by the relationship he's currently in. So he's like, well, I got Slam P. She's backing me up. So I'm okay. Everything's okay. Everything, I don't have to worry about it. My life's going well. That's why you start to see real cracks when him and April were falling apart. And for those times, for even those couple of weeks that he was alone, which I don't think he was alone that long, he really fell apart. But I think he defines himself by if he's in a relationship, he's needed. Somebody needs him and likes him and thinks he's great. That's all that matters to Aaron.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think that he defines himself through the relationships that he's with. The crazy thing for me is like the human brain is wired to like mourn a relationship after you break up with someone long term. Like if you truly love someone, it takes you a while to get over them. Him and April split up, and then less than a month later, he was with Slam Peas. Like who does that after a 4-year relationship with someone? Like you need at least like 5-6 months? Like
Well, he had a rebounding Kayla. So there's
Right.
that.
But
And you have to understand that he was secretively mourning her loss while he was telling us she was upstairs making candy
Wow,
bacon.
that's true too. Also, we'll get into it later, but the 40 chess move that the HRO represented, we have to talk about.
I watched that this morning.
Yeah, that was from this morning, right? That was from
Yes.
this morning's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was.
You want
falling in and
to
out of
summarize it?
Yeah, so basically there was an HRO with the original wife. And it's because of the incident that was happening in December where they were, talking about she's talking about flicking her bean over her dying or whatever it was, right?
December 2023.
Right, yes, December 2023. So then there's this HRO put into place. You can't talk about her anymore.
No, actually, wait. The flicking the bean conversation was in May. That was a violation of the HRO, which was in place before that.
No, the HRO was put in place because April wasn't on the show in May. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you mean the May of
Or,
20?
sorry, March maybe. But the flicking the bean
Okay.
conversation and having sex while the ex-wife was being murdered, that was the violation of the
No.
HRO.
no, it wasn't.
No?
Flicking the bean.
Okay,
flicking the bean.
my
Yeah,
timeline's
you're
confused.
right.
Sorry, you're right then.
Flicking the bean and stuff that with crunchy cynicism that happened in December of
Yeah,
2020.
Wow, how's Carl more up on this?
Right.
Fuck.
And then the
I'm out of here. Bye, everybody.
The
Aaron, we're best
HRO,
friends.
the HRO was the first HRO served in the county for that year. It was HRO number
second.
1.
Yep.
So that was first, like at the beginning of January, it was served, and he violated it with Matt on the show talking about Crowder and his cousins.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt, Carl.
So the HRO was explicit that Aaron and April couldn't talk about Aaron's ex-wife, and there were some other stipulations in there as well. And so now what Aaron's saying now that that's up as of yesterday is that actually that was a 4D chess move because April was so high and drugged down on coke that they didn't want the kids riding in the car with April. And Aaron was alluding to the fact that he had something to do with that. Like he was also talking to the ex like, yeah, we can't have her driving the kids. And now all of a sudden what's wild about that is that he's saying that even his ex-wife could recognize that April was high and doing drugs throughout the show, something that he has denied
In
forever.
December.
Yes, right. Well, correct. Even back in
If you-
December.
Extend that logic further. So part of that 40 chess move is when him and April were in an argument, he held her so he couldn't breathe. So she couldn't breathe.
I was going to say, so part of this, Aaron and Ashley working together to take away April's right to drive the children because they were both concerned. Part of that was Ashley including in the petition for restraining order text messages between her and April talking about what a violent narcissist maniac physical abuser Aaron Emhold is. That was part of it.
Right,
Got
and-
it, Aaron.
And
He was
so
helping.
he even said when he was talking about this morning, he even said, I don't think, referring to the HRO, I don't think it was anything malicious or evil. So all of a sudden now it's like this was a great thing that Ashley did because God forbid April would have more access to these children and she's drugged out on coke and it would be a horrible stepmom.
But
he's completely rewriting history again.
So we're supposed to believe again. Aaron's like, make sure you include the text that call me a physical abuser,
right?
To get her permission taken away. Right.
This is what Nick Rekieta was talking about, and Nick might be a compulsive liar too. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But this is what Nick was talking about, where every story that Aaron tells, he makes himself the protagonist, whether or not he was the character that character in the story.
He's simultaneously the victim and the hero in every story he tells.
Right, which is a narcissist.
Right.
Jay wants to ask about when Aaron and April went to Vegas.
What about it?
Schmegadildos.
Schmegadildos.
I never heard the full story when April and Aaron went to Vegas, and they were traveling with that aluminum siding looking salesman from the 50s, sharing a room. And I didn't know if that was like their first foray into cuckolding or what the whole story was on that.
We don't know to this day who that guy was.
But they were in a room. And there were 2 beds in that room, and he was just hanging out there, and he was never explained.
And that was Aaron did say that was the trip where they decided that they were going to start fooling around outside of the marriage.
Right. And Aaron said they were doing Vegas right this time, baby. And it's like, if you're going to Vegas with your wife and just another dude is crashing in your room, you're not doing Vegas right. Unless, again, you're fucking all 3 of you. Like,
He also made mention of the Green Door, which I didn't know about until he mentioned it, but that's a swingers club in Vegas.
Yeah. They do comedy shows there occasionally.
Right.
Were they hanging out with this guy before the Green Door? Or is it possible that they met this person at the Green Door?
This could have been like their whole like dipping their toe. Like, let's go see how they do it. And then we'll know when we get with the Rekieters, we won't look like out of it idiots. We'll know some moves.
The video in their apartment in their hotel room looked like they had just checked in because April was looking around, checking out everything and just filming it.
The beds were made.
Yeah.
Joey, you're on.
Don't touch my butt. Don't touch my butt, please.
All right, JT, I don't need little kids yelling, "Don't touch my butt," calling in. You're supposed to be a call screener. We can't have kids within 100 feet of or whatever.
I don't understand the call screener thing. It's like, no, nobody can lie to one guy and then change. It's like,
no, but we get to yell at him. It's fantastic.
That's true.
Matt, you want to say something about Red Bar? Red Bar did a cappella version of our theme song?
In full, as a duet, Mike and Jules did the whole "This Little Piggy" song on the last episode. Jules said,
"That's amazing."
Get it out of her head.
It is.
It's a catchy song.
Can't get it out of her head.
Well, if you watch the show every week,
That's
you're
awesome.
gonna get. That's great.
That's all Moody. Moody made that song, wrote it, composed it through AI.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
Thank
a lot
you,
of
Matt.
hard work went into that song.
Zeke, real quick, Zeke.
Hey, everybody. Happy New Year's. It's good to see y'all all on stream. Melton, love to laugh, love to smile. Moody, I want to try to pitch you an idea to take down that coward, Bob Levy. He's been ruling the Morty airwaves as an upcoming producer like JT. I say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 a.m. Central American time. We do Moody in the morning. First time, long time. Thank you.
Moody in the morning.
Sounds good.
I'm okay. One, I don't need to work with or against Bob. I also have a normal job that I go to. I can't be awake at all times of the night. And plus, I've got this startup that I'm working on. It's I'm good, but thank you.
Bill, you're on with your hero Moody from Super Tip.
Yes, my name is Bill Stanley. I'm Paul's brother, actually. So, what I wanted to ask Carl. Carl, with all the stuff going on with what you guys do
with John and guys like Aaron Imholt, do you ever worry about like them just going, freak out and killing themselves? Well, I don't want to say off themselves, or ending themselves.
Or do you killing
just know that
themselves?
they're so yeah, or you think they're just so narcissistic that they love themselves so much that they never do it.
Well, yeah, you answered. That's how I would have. That's exactly how I would have answered the question. It's wild when you look into the psychology of these people. The narcissism doesn't allow them to see reality, and so they're seeing reality through how they want to perceive it, and things are great, which works out well for them.
I think they'd be fantasizing about what their funeral would be like and what their haters would do if they did kill themselves. So I think they would be thinking about it, but they'd never action it because they'd want to be around to see that stuff happen.
Right. Good point.
So,
Still there? Bill, are you still there?
No, I let him
sorry.
go.
I cut him off.
So earlier or right after, what was it, after New Year's Day, Aaron said he had a big confession that he had to make, trying to get everyone's interest. And his big confession was something that Melton literally brought up the night before. And that was the fact that they are most likely, well, I guess the confession wasn't, but he thinks he took down the Ricada Empire.
Yeah, right. Some confession.
Yeah, because
it was just a brag.
I ruined Nick's whole plan.
Yeah.
I was his exit strategy. He was trying to sell us that house because he knew he had this loan coming due.
The stinky pussy house.
Mm-hmm.
No one told me there was going to be boasting.
Yes. So I guess Ricada was trying to get Aaron to buy this house at a discount, $100,000 discount. That's quite a discount. I guess when you're willing to eat a man's cum, that's the least he can do for you.
That's what I think. It's like, okay, so one theory is he's trying to settle debts, and that's why he's wants to sell that house desperately. The other, he was actively involved in a polycule with another couple that he wanted to move in next door, so wanted them to give them an offer that was too good to refuse.
I'm getting giddy thinking about what could have been.
Right.
Like if Aaron would have gotten cum washed enough to buy this house. Think about how tense things would have gotten with his slow jealousy and insecurity building about how April's always over at the other house. Like this could have turned into a real Hatfields and McCoy's like shoot off, standoff situation. Like we could have had a really cool war.
Like, what's that? Where's April? I don't know. Where is April? That's a good fucking question.
She's
not at the stinky pussy house, I'll tell you that.
They're like streaming against each other, like staying up all night, looking out the windows, paranoid,
just
like
making out each other's wives as aggressively as possible.
Yes. They're running Red Rover, send Kayla right over.
Serious question to all three of you: would you eat cum for $100,000?
Who's cum?
Yeah, that number sounds intriguing.
I guess Nick's.
A woman's cum?
Right. Because that's effectively what that was, right?
No, because it was a shittle. Remember, Aaron is a guy who doesn't know what the value of anything is, but he was able to walk around the house and know that it needed a lot of work somehow. It's amazing.
Look at this grouting in the bathroom. I mean, this is ridiculous. Is anyone paying attention to that? Is anything going on in this house besides pussy stinks?
Aaron literally has holes in the drywall behind him on his set.
Right. But he knows that's a fixer-upper.
It literally looks like his house was built in the 70s. Like, what is he?
But remember, though, Moody, I understand the reason for your question, but Aaron, that wasn't part of the deal. Aaron volunteered to do that. From what I've heard, I don't know, allegedly.
Sometimes you do things not because the other guy asks you, but because you
know he'd appreciate it.
Right.
Dude, he literally called Pat Dixon a cuck, which is the funniest thing Aaron's ever said. He's like, listen, I know that I had a guy sleep with my wife and everything, but this Pat Dixon's a real cuckold. Am I right, people?
You literally walked into a man's house with your wife one day and did not leave with her. That's fantastic. But you are not a cuck, Aaron.
Yeah, he forgot to log his wife out of Nick's house.
Like Adam Walsh's parents at that shopping center.
Oh no.
Buzzy.
That's a dated one.
Buzzy, you're on.
How about it there? How you doing there?
Fantastic. How
Is
are
my
you,
Mr.
Buzzard Bob?
Melton there?
Yes.
Hi.
I'm doing mighty fine. Oh, Mr. Melton, how I miss you. Listen, I suspect that person that went to Vegas with them. Hold on, you trigger happy now. Hold on. I suspect that person they went to Vegas. I think they went to Vegas with that one of the founders of Nelson's Brothers, and that was part of the conflict. Was he couldn't get a donut big enough to match up with that no good sloppy slut April's head.
Jesus Christ. Donuts as big as your forehead.
Mr. Melton, we got. That's right. And we got 2025 lined up, and I think this is the year, Mr. Melton. We got them lined up. I got my hand on your shoulder. You ready for it?
Hold on. No, wait, Buzzy, can you put your other hand on Tuki's shoulder?
Sure, I can do that. I got my other hand on Tuki's shoulder. Are you two ready? I can use another spot, man, Mr. Tuki. Can you see him? We got him lined up there.
I do.
2025.
I see him, Mr. Buzzard.
Here we go.
Thank you, Mr. Buzzard.
Here we go, Mr. Melton.
And the show has reached a new low.
All right. Okay.
That would have happened for the next hour and a half.
Thank you, Buzzard Bob. Fantastic. Hope to see you at Hackamania.
You won't.
Adrenaline
They're
Mountain.
going to do a weapons check at the door.
He can come to Adrenaline Mountain. It'll be fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We can do a live, Mr. Melton. I got my hand on your shoulder. We'll blow up that car. It's fantastic.
What were we talking about before we interrupted with Buzzard Bob?
I have no idea, but
I had
Ali,
a really good point, and I forgot about it.
Ali will get us back on track. Ali, you're on.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi.
Yo, Carl. Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Hey, I need you to clarify something for me. Can you please?
What's up?
You once claimed that you were Marty McFly in high school.
That's true, he did.
But you had double, you know what I mean? You know, with the legs, you had the braces. Can you just clarify when you became Marty McFly, when you took the braces off?
All right, I'm sure I said that as a joke, but yes, I was very influenced by Back to the Future. I was a skateboarder and I played electric guitar in high school, which is what Marty McFly did as well.
Hey, thanks, man. And thanks for clarifying.
No problem.
Mean, people like
I didn't
to
have a
make
time
big deal
machine.
about your, Yeah. And people like to make a big deal about you. You know, you're down 100K on your home in Cape Coral. You know, your Patreon numbers aren't showing. You know, you married someone 10 years older than you, but at least your wife's not a retard like Nelson's, right?
Yeah.
God damn it. So I got that going for me. Thanks for
Exactly.
reminding me, man.
Sir, what is your question about the toe?
Carl's wife's age is higher than my wife's IQ. Is that what you're saying?
That's very possible.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you for calling in, Ali.
I was thinking about this. You know, the cope about rewriting the history about the restraining order. Part of that was him saying it was obvious April was taking cocaine breaks during the show all the time.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He did this thing where he's like, Nick brought coke into this house one time, and I said never again. We already knew April had coke on her all the time, but he pretends like this wasn't a thing. This was probably, you know, he talks about Nick walking around with this treasure chest of drugs. That sounds like it latched and locked. Where was this cocaine in April's purse all the time around the children? Like, you know for a fact for months she had coke in her purse in that house around his kids.
It's crazy that he admits this now, because if you go back to the Keno Casino and like that little era of him spilling all these beans, again, he is the hero. he's the one who's shutting it down around the kids, and he
Right.
can't have it. And even before that, don't even pretend April's on drugs. That's ridiculous. I'll shut it all down if we're going to talk about that. And now you just fast forward a few months. He's just like, yeah, April, she's just like leaving and doing coke in the bathroom over here during the show every day.
And he admits his children play in the basement, and that's the bathroom where she would dip into to do coke. So it's like if she's doing lines on the counter or the toilet, whatever.
I told her keep up solely.
Yeah,
Man,
she
it's
forgets,
like
she forgets to send stickers out. She's gonna forget that bullet in there someday.
Good
or to
point.
wipe the counter. Like for a
Right.
child, it doesn't take a large amount. Just ask Nick.
Yeah, he does seem to have all these like revelations in hindsight. Do you think in like 3 years he'll be like, maybe it wasn't such a good idea to perpetually enter into new relationships and introduce my kids
Yeah, of
to new
course.
mothers?
Oh yeah. He'll be talking about all the shit he's doing wrong now in 6
Right.
months from now. Of course.
And apologizing for the quality of the current show.
And we're
But he's
3
got it all
months
figured
away.
out.
We're 3 months away from hearing how stinky Kayla's pussy was. Believe me.
Yay! Let's catch up on some super chats and super tip. Rusty Hangnail, member for 4 months. Melton should have rated.
I
Yes.
actually don't know how to do that. I still don't know how to do that.
Why were you just on live?
I was sniping Chad.
Oh, you're so. Oh, fuck! I missed Chad. Oh, I missed everything. Waiver, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Daddy Poopy 199. Remember, you're all over 30. Wow.
Some of us a lot over 30.
Yes.
All right.
Jay Dabbler 199. Moody, your eternal hater has arrived. Hi, Tukey. Hi, Jay Dabbler.
Hi, Jay Dabbler.
Don Fried Chicken 199. Shout out to my certified Craigophiles. Shout out.
Project.
There you go.
There
There
Craigophiles out there.
Shout out to them. MacLeod 199. 3 dishonest homos and a Muppet. There we go.
Just do it.
Rude to call me a Muppet.
Yeah, I was
mean,
gonna
don't
say
want-
they called you a Muppet, Moody. I'm sorry. Skull $2. JT's in the John chair. Aaron's in the cuck chair. Say it. Diablo Sandwich $2. Then why is my CC being charged for Hunchback Aloe? Why is my credit card being charged for Hunchback Aloe?
You misspelled
Wow.
aioli. That's supposed to be aioli.
Aioli? Oh, there you go. Look at Moody picking up a pen.
Haka haka.
Haka haka. David R. Fuller, member for 18 months. Happy Do Year, O&A and or grant reference.
Nice.
There you go. Nice podcast. Stupid $2. 3 piazzas and a puppet. Fantastic. Nice podcast. Stupid again. $2. When are we talking about the Super Tips doc scandal?
I talked about it for an hour last night.
This is from 30 minutes ago. That
Yes, it is. It's about from 20 minutes ago. Nice podcast. Stupid $2 again. Hey, Moody/Mountain, tell everyone my zip code. And again, nice podcast. Stupid $2. If you use Super Tips, hope you like getting doxed. There
I think
you go.
Nice Podcast Stupid is like one of Pat's biggest super tippers.
Oh, Pat Dixon's?
Yeah.
Shroom Diff Nuclear, €5. We had our 3 little mushroom, so we are a big happy fungi family.
Congratulations.
Melton, how are you going to survive that red bag dude describing your bad posture?
Well, believe me, I'm planning on settling the spores.
It is true. Oh, there you go. Haka haka.
We're all picking up pads over here.
It is true. A lot about the way you're shaped, like Baloo from the Jungle Book, has been coming up a lot lately. Melton, why do you think that you are such a supermodel and you can't accept the fact that you're so ugly? Please explain.
There's just something about my shape that gets men talking.
I will tell you, I went over to Creep Off Studios today because we did a bonus show. And the first thing that Vinny Paulino asked me was like, did you see that sculpture that Mike
so
Taven
good.
made? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking amazing. It's very impressive.
I
Told you,
when
Melton.
Moody and Tukey didn't tell me that like he did it live on air. So when I went over and looked, I was like, oh, he like does it live. Like this is crazy.
It's well done.
It was very very fantastic.
Anyway, I'm seething and I don't know why I have such thin skin and can't handle it. Like Aaron said, this is before I had even reacted to it. Aaron's like, dude, he just can't handle
So
jokes
thin
about himself.
skin.
It's so sad how he's upset.
Nice podcast. Stupid $2. Hey, Moody Melton, Super Tip scandal ain't going away.
Big if true.
Shit Show 199. Why is Moody so smug when he sucks so much? Moody, do you care to explain?
I'm not actually smug. It's just my accent, and it's your internal prejudice that perceives that as smug. So maybe you should look inside yourself rather than try to externalize those feelings at other people.
He said with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, he's so smug. It makes me sick.
I tried to give the smuggest stuff.
That was well done.
Diablo sandwich, $2. Carl is handy capable. Yes, it's fantastic.
Thank you. That's how we like to refer to ourselves. I appreciate that.
AO 1012. Ali believes anything he hears from Reddit, like the toe and John. He's a complete bore. There you go. Oh wait, I got a couple more. Amy Elizabeth 199. Aaron knew April intoxicated while driving his kids. Aaron knew April was intoxicated while driving his kids.
Yeah, that's a good point. If the fact that he wanted the HRO to go through because of his 4D chess play to get her to not drive the kids, then he knew that before the HRO and allowed it to happen, took the keys away. We don't know. It's vague.
Right.
Remember during all that time she was doing coke in the bathroom and leaving to take bumps?
Yeah.
She would also this was the time where she would get up in the middle of the show and go get food at the gas station. So he's letting her drive, speeding out of her mind.
Correct. Yeah. Or she would show up late with little sandwiches and snacks and things.
She's going to get caught, pulled over, just eyes dilated, powder on her nose. He's an idiot.
She got pulled over all the time. Remember? That was
So did he.
That doesn't make you a bad person.
Isn't cocaine?
Maybe he just had a nice new Tesla.
Yeah, shut up.
Isn't cocaine an appetite suppressant though?
Yes.
So why would she get snacks?
Because she hasn't eaten in 48 hours at that point.
Right.
Yeah,
remember, you do have to eat. And also, she probably wanted energy drinks to supplement the Coke. Right. And then Aaron wanted hash browns. And then, they'd start dreaming about donuts as big as your head.
But the thing you have to remember, though, those Monday mornings, and I didn't see it at the time. So, again, hats off to Patrick Melton. Those Monday mornings when they would come on, April had been up all night. She just drove back from the Ricadas house to get there just in time.
With the leather coat.
She'd walk in with a coat on and a purse over her shoulder. And it's you clearly...
Oh,
you've been out all weekend.
Hunter Duke, thank you very much for the $5. So we know Aaron begs like a piggy, eats like a piggy, gas station food and cum, but does Aaron squeal like a piggy? Please find out from Nick. Okay, we will, Hunter Duke, I promise. I swear, the next time I talk to him, I will ask him that question.
We're here. We're queer. We're doing it.
Thank you.
I don't know.
I want movie fans to know that Patrick is the reason I'm breaking sobriety.
What were you going to say, Carl?
I'm so sorry. Blind Mike just sent me a quick video. I'll put it in the private chat if you know how to get to that. It's a short one, and it's called Aaron Imholt Reclaims the Beggy Monster. Have you guys seen this?
No. I saw him talking about the Beggy Monster, and he was like, you guys can't start talking. I made the Beggy Monster. I invented the Beggy Monster.
Right. This is what I say to everybody who says he'll never eat butter. He will own it one day and be like, no, I'm eating butter to get melted. No one's like, I made you do that.
All right, here we go. Add to stage. Blind Mike. Volume is on.
I love the flipper hand.
It looks like you're crawling out of the ocean.
It's insane.
Early man / whale.
No, I have to say why that's good is because if we just saw that with no context, we'd all know what it was.
Yes.
I want him to bronze it. I want him to bronze it after he.
No, I can't believe he destroyed it. He could have put it up.
He destroyed it?
Yes, he destroyed it on the show.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He cut the head off.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
But Moody, you got to 3D print that for us. Come on. Bring it to Hackamania.
Yeah. Yeah, we
figure it out.
Yeah, maybe we could 3D.
This is the Hackamania trophy.
Can we get a life-size one?
Yeah, a life-size.
All right, here we go.
Thank you, Hitler Diff. Hitler Diff said you need to bring back the Beggy Monster. I love how I called myself the Beggy Monster, and then other people jumped on it like they invented it. It's like, sorry, bitches. You can't jump on my back. You do that enough.
No, we made it funny. Mike made it funny.
Eaton Clan, thank you, Hitler Diff.
Wow,
Hitler Diff
the way
said,
this guy revises
bring
history
back
is
the Beggy Monster. I love
next level. The way he revises history now,
as if Blind Mike was making
clowning you.
fun of the fact that you referred to yourself as the Beggy Monster. He didn't
Right.
say, Blind Mike didn't go, what if there was a Beggy Monster? Like, he said that after you said that there was a Beggy Monster, so yes.
And also, Mike made it funny. Like, we hold a mirror up to you and show you the absurdity of what you're doing. And then you're like, I don't know what to tell you, man. That rules.
Yeah, and if
Aaron
something's great, we're going to say it's great. Like I said on New Year's Eve, the model he made of you was fantastic.
Yeah, I can't even, like, I'd be lying if I was like,
Yeah.
it sucks. No.
Yeah, exactly.
He is incapable of original thoughts that sort of attack someone else. Everything he does is based on waiting for someone else to say something against someone, and
Is this
then
the Chad
piggybacking
Zumock
on
show?
it.
I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that for years about Melton. That he, that he looks like that sculpture Mike made. I've been saying he looks like that for years. It's like, what?
Number one NLO fan, Granny, you are on with your heroes.
Hey, fuck you, Puppet. Also, thank you, Puppet.
You're welcome.
I was just calling in to say, hey, everybody, Aaron made me into a damn NLO fan. He creates them.
Wow, he's admitting it.
We got him.
One of us. Google
It's not
gobble.
like
Google
Granny.
gobble.
I don't even consider it like an NLO fan. It's just one person's lying about you. I don't like.
Granny did
And
bring
then
up
when
some
you call
really.
him out, he continues to lie. Blind Mike,
yeah,
put your
that's-
fucking glasses back on. Why do you have a New Zealand accent now?
Because
That's not Blind Mike, that's Moody.
I'm from New Zealand.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
yeah. That's
Oh, Moody could be Blind Mike for Halloween.
right. Yeah, I just need the sunglasses and the hat. But Granny, I really think you brought up some good points when you were telling Aaron that he hates people talking about his kids and making jokes about doing things to kids, but then he talks about that way more than anyone else. And for someone who's listening to him like on a construction site or something like that, you know, the middle America core audience that he goes after, it just makes the show unlistenable. The foreman wouldn't allow that.
Well, it's not even the damn foreman because I am the foreman, and it wasn't the way Patrick put it out. Also, I don't listen, Patrick. The way he put it out was that I was playing it on the job site. I wasn't. I usually have it on low, and they still notice. Like, Aaron, put your fucking call-in number out. I'll have the workers call you.
I was
That's
told
not a
I was
hard
allowed to
fucking thing
listen
to
to
do.
the radio at a reasonable volume.
It is a good
exactly.
It is a good point though, because yeah, even today I heard the words child pornography way more on Aaron's show on Rumble than I've heard on anyone else's show, even by code names. He loves talking about it.
He doesn't even get prompted to talk about it. And let's talk. It's a time for the daily segment while we go over what Melton did to my daughter again. It's like, what's happening?
It's all so stupid.
And again, like I said, he's 1 degree from an 8-year-old that likes to party. Terrible joke, but like it's true. Like it's closer there with Aaron.
Actually, I'd say he's 2 degrees. You need a bachelor and then a law degree.
Hacka. All right. Thank you, Granny. Fantastic take on the steel toe
fuck you.
Melton
I
situation.
called to tell you thank you, Puppet.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Thank you for what?
Yes. You finally recognized that I was the one that fucking exposed that cum-eating potato.
Of course, I've always
you,
given
Carl.
I've always given you credit for that.
Fuck you, Granny.
All right, the
Glad
great
you're doing
Granny.
good, buddy.
Is he not going by Granny Loves Anal anymore? Is he changing his name like P. Diddy? Now he's just Granny?
People grow up, all right?
It's true. It's very true. Man, so much. I actually have a couple more super tip I want to catch up on, and then we can talk about some more of the toe. We can talk more toe. Hold on. Oh God, I stink.
Welcome to this little piggy, the show really no one asked for. Today featured on the Technical Difficulty Network.
Shut up.
Oh, Rocco, my little boy, your mama is here to help you, but this show is so incredibly boring. I hope you don't dox your own mother, Rocco, just for stating the obvious.
Roseanne. Everyone thought my mom was Roseanne Barr for a couple of days. That's funny. John kept saying her name. I was hoping he would call my mom. It would be very entertaining. Tim Bollinger, $5. Ever since I went to Hackamania, I have been getting texts from the IRS saying I owe $1,500 and to pay in Walmart gift cards. Coincidence? I think not.
Yeah, no, the scammers we sell it to go for Best Buy gift cards, not Walmart. So I don't know. That's someone else who sold your information.
The good guy.
Also, he said ever since I went to Hackamania, like there's no other scams in Vegas.
No.
You could have fallen for.
No, Vegas is a very reputable, safe space.
I think he might be joking.
Yeah, of course. We don't really think he's having a problem.
I know.
By the way, we all get texts asking for weird.
Fucking wife and finish insider.
Hold on, what did you say?
We all get texts asking for weird shit and weird links and hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
I assume my mother has no more money left. She's been literally every day.
This layout is great. Patrick has never looked better.
Like,
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's what all I am to you anyway, right, Moody? Just a super tip. just scan my head. Just if that's all I am to you. There's a way out.
You're gonna be a VTuber. It's just a QR code.
Yeah, a VTuber with a QR code would be perfect.
Oh, why is it not? Oh, there we go.
Patrick, have sex with your fucking wife and finish insider. Do it, dog. Reproduce. Bring a child into this world. You scared?
Great question.
That was a great
I just miss. Every time I try to come inside her, I miss.
Practice.
Hey, Tooks, I know the chat's moving fast, so I'll let you guys know the consensus on callers. Brilliant. Another excellent addition to this little piggy format. Well done, guys. We all love it.
Shut up. I like taking calls. Fuck you. I pay for it.
Aaron and Nick are the same guy. That's why they hit it off so well at first. That's also why they collided in failure at the end. Same guy, mozzarella, spaghetti.
Super tip rules. Chad Zumach drools. I'm old and confused. Where am I?
Whoa. Thank you, Professor Bubblegum. Drive-by, thank you for the $50. Kudos to Carl, Patrick, Moody, and the Dust Mop. Here's to a new year of this little piggy. Fantastic.
Thanks, Drive-by.
Thank you, Drive-by.
Thank you.
Grob, $5. Great show, guys. Moody made me change my name. I want to hear how he says it in his Indian accent. Hacka hacka.
I just feel like Grob rolls off the tongue a lot easier than G-Rob, you know? Like
is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, let's just change people's names. Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, just Grob.
Yep.
I'm stupid. I didn't know that was G-Rob.
Or Borg backward.
Borg.
LL Cooley, $5. Is Nevada one of the weird states that consent can be withdrawn in the middle of a sex act? Asking for a project I'm working on with Moody in May.
Do you have a poll? Do you have a poll open?
Oh, yeah, that's from a while ago. Straight men, have you ever tasted your own or another man's semen? LL Cooley voted no. I have to close that poll.
Every time though I scream the N-word, one of my kids say yes, daddy.
Ooga booga. Oh. Yo, my wicked.
Chill, my wife just responded.
So did my ex-Susanners. Hubby, geez, I'm Tubby. Daughter, son, added a flubby. Yo, my knickers. My favorite knickers. Tookie, pay me my money. And tell Rocco that his knicker wife can sit on Christina's face.
Yay, Rocco, tell your wife if ready for her to sit on my face. You know I'm the knicker's favorite 3-hole slut.
No, it's horrible.
Hold on. I just came up with a brilliant idea. Okay, we have to settle with Joey C. Obviously, we owe him a lot of money from the Super Tip system.
Yes.
What if we gave him ownership of Super Tip, and then immediately Super Tip gets sued into oblivion?
Yes,
for sharing all the personal data, so we can really screw over Joey C. with that.
Poison pill Joey C.
Yeah, what do you guys think? It's brilliant.
Perfect, Carl.
Just dumb enough to work.
Yo, my wiggas. I had sex without Kate's consent, and then illegally recorded a phone call with Shuli's dad. The Newports stole my shoes and glasses. Hal Hitler.
I would say the former is way worse than the latter. Like calling Shuli's dad, it's nothing. No one cares about that.
I was shocked. Yeah, it was funny. I was shocked. And the most shocking thing is how perfect Shuli's impression of his father was.
Well, Shuli does great Whackpacker impressions. He always has.
Mimicry.
So I will give that. I got to give that to Shuli. It was fantastic.
The greatest part of John's final show, he calls up Mr. Agar. He explains what Shuli's been doing to him and all the ways he's been wronged. And he goes, "Why are you telling me this?"
So why are you telling me this?
It was the funniest response possible. Just like, well, I thought you could like talk some sense into him. Or, John's a 6-year-old child.
Is that the parent or the teacher in him doing that, calling the parents?
No, that is the 6-year-old child in John. John never matured past the age of 6 or 7. That's why he acts the way that he does. That's the reason for everything he does when you realize he's 6 or 7. The fact that he brags about getting girls that he didn't actually even get, everything he does.
But a 6-year-old wouldn't call another kid's parents.
Oh, yeah, if you want to get in trouble? Yeah, you tattle on them. You definitely. He's a piece of shit. You would definitely. Billy was smoking at the bus, or whatever the fuck. You totally tattle.
He's the guy that he's playing at his friend's house, and he keeps running in to tell his friend's mom that his friend, the mom's son, is being mean.
Yeah. He said a swear outside.
We'll share.
You can leave our house if you're just gonna keep diming on my son. To me, I don't.
It's my turn. My turn. Don't you want him to go to bed without dinner? I think that's what's happening to Shuli. Shuli's not going to be able to have
All right. Get off stuttering, John. So let's talk about this Nick Rekieta foreclosure thing. Okay. So what do we know about this? Because all the news that was out there about Nick, and I know Nick a little bit and stuff, is that he's very wealthy. He comes from a wealthy family. He made a shit ton of money on YouTube. You were talking about Shuli doing well on Super Tips. Holy crap. This guy brought in tons of money on Super Chats and stuff like that. So is he really broke? Is he really not paying his mortgage? What's going on with that?
Aaron said he's like a trust fund guy or something.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So what's the story there? And what do you guys think about, and I guess, Patrick, you've already answered this. You thought the same thing, that potentially he was trying to sell that second home in order to get the money he needed to pay off the mortgage.
I guess pussy out.
The question is if you own 2 houses and you have money, why did you take out a $300,000 HELOC? I guess that'd be the question. This is in 2022 when the sun was shining, apparently.
But it wasn't even a HELOC, right? It was a second mortgage, or was it a
reverse
mortgage?
I don't know.
Same thing, whatever, right. So yeah, he took out like $300,000. He's not paying it.
But that was 2022 where he was supposedly on top of the world doing well, right?
Nick Rekieta, call in, because we have no idea about your life. We don't know what's going on in your life, so we need you to call in and tell us.
We're going to need to see a P&L.
It's surprising to me. I thought that Nick had his shit together in that way.
Well, you also,
we don't know. I don't know.
You also don't it's what I'd imagine he has more wealth than any of us. If he's coming from trust funds and stuff, I don't know, but going into that world, it's the things don't mean the same thing. A bankruptcy or a foreclosure don't mean the same thing as it does to a middle class person with modest wealth.
People with money have other financial instruments available besides taking out a second mortgage or HELOC. Right. They don't do that.
Yeah, I know this guy who got a big settlement from his friend who doesn't want to be his friend anymore. So he said, "Here, I'll give you a bunch of money to take your idea, and then we don't have to be friends anymore."
Call JG Wentworth.
No, just kidding. But yes, please, Nick, call in 866-543-6854.
But it does if your house is in foreclosure and you were going through financial trouble and it had to be put in the paper.
Yeah, why would it be? The whole thing is
sucks.
I never actually looked at
Minnesota law.
Did you actually look at the Kiwi Farms posting? Because I didn't ever look at it. Oh, okay. None of us did.
I don't really care that a man's losing his house. It seems natty as a family. I don't know. Again, I know we're supposed to hate Nick because drugs. But I've done drugs, so I can't really be mad.
The Aaron story is just what fascinates us. And so the Nick stuff is just learn what we need to.
And again, by the way, now that you know that April was constantly taking breaks during shows to go and do drugs, that Aaron had drugs in his house around his own kids. Can we drop the Nick's worse because he had kids in the house with drugs? Hello, where were Nick's drugs? In a safe in his bedroom? Where were Aaron's drugs? In mommy's purse.
Bill Stanley, you're on again.
Hey, I had a question for Carl. I got cut off by the green cellotape cover, but I just wanted to ask Carl. Lucy Tybox. She looks like she's got a lot going on upstairs. Does she have an OnlyFans page? And I'll take my answer off the air. Thanks for taking my.
All right, she does. She has a Patreon, and she does some interesting things on her Patreon. If you send her in toys, she will try them out.
There you go. What's her Patreon?
I believe it's Once Over with Kaylee.
Well, there you
She
go.
didn't eat butter. She ate a stick of butter.
She did eat a stick of butter. I recommended against that, but
yeah, I don't know. Like she ate a stick of butter and said, "Oh, this is to steal to." I don't understand how that works.
She got him.
I think she was looking for attention.
She got
I think
him.
it's just the way these newfangled gals lube up their asshole.
Moody, you were mentioned many times this week by Aaron.
Right.
At one point, you were referred to as a dark, sick man.
Mm-hmm.
Moody, the three of us asked the questionnaire with the same thing if we thought you were a dark, sick man, and 2 out of 3 of us said no.
Who answered yes?
We agreed to never tell.
Exactly. Moody, are you a dark, sick man? What say you?
It's like I'm darker than all 3 of you. I mean, if
Show
we're talking
off.
about skin color, yeah, sure. But like it's, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not
Asians
sure
are always
I'm being
bragging about
attacked.
your complexion.
True or false? True or false? Your wife did just make you move out into a shed outside of the house.
True.
So, what were you doing to disturb her so much inside the confines of your?
I just was hiding stuff in the closet, and she didn't like that, and so she moved me into a room with no closet.
Stuff.
Yeah, your sexuality, right?
Yeah. She even doesn't let me put doors on the cabinets. I can't hide from
checks
her
out.
anymore. Not allowed.
But
No,
yes,
the thing is, I don't know what I did to bring his ire to that level. I'm on this show. That's it.
That's it.
But that's enough to like get more hate than Carl gets. More hate than Tukey. I don't.
You brought it up earlier. He literally said that Moody may be worse than Melton, and
Right.
also don't trust Patrick and Moody. They lie constantly.
Oh,
constantly.
He said Patrick Melton
from-
is threatened to sue everyone 50 times. Is what he said on the show yesterday.
But this is from a guy who beat his wife. Like, what have I done worse than
Only according to court
my wife?
records.
Right. As
Only
part of an
according to the
elaborate
women.
plan. But it's I don't know. Like, what does he think is worse? I'd love to see like how he ranks things in his mind.
He would
Like,
love to
what
see it too. He's
done
making it
versus-
up. He just sees you as an enemy, therefore you're a bad and evil guy. There's a lot of these
I
people.
must be
this
doing
shit.
evil things.
Right.
Right.
Let me
But
catch
it's like,
up.
why devote? Okay, you're running a show that people are donating like almost $1,000 a day to, like a
Right.
better part of 1,000 a day to. Why are you taking time out from that to attack a guy who's on a show that's on once a week that the majority of that audience don't know about?
Because he doesn't have time to prep. What
Right,
do you
right.
think he's doing? You think he's showing up with a lot of shit to talk about?
Yeah, I don't know.
If I did a show as often as he does, I would have nothing to talk about.
Right,
It's a horrible
okay.
schedule that he's under.
Well, I guess it's flattering. It's flattering that I'm in his mind as much as I am based on the amount of effort that goes in. But
Dude, Real
Also-
Media Player made a clip yesterday of him saying Patrick Melton. It's insane. He just
I saw
Melton,
that.
Melton, Patrick, Melton, Melton, Patrick.
That was
Melton,
just one
Melton,
episode.
Melton, Patrick, Melton, Melton, Patrick, Melton, and Melton, and the guy's like Melton and Patrick, Melton, Patrick, Melton. It's like holy shit. And I just can't believe, like, it's insane how much I run his life.
I think what I'm getting is just ricochet or splashback from him going after you so much because we're
Right.
close and have like business relationships and stuff.
And I'm getting a lot because of Nick.
Right.
Like it's a chain reaction of like, well, fruit of the poison tree. If Nick's bad and hanging out with Melton, Melton must be bad. And if Melton's bad, Moody must be bad. And if Moody's bad, Carl must be bad.
Oh
It's
man,
like,
my dog is gonna be a pedophile by the end of the week.
Of course. Nice podcast, stupid. Thanks for the $2. Guys, be careful. Aaron and Red Bar are now partners. No, peers. They're not partners.
They might be co-hosting a show by next week. We don't know.
Listen, I'm no fool. I know Red Bar can, have some tomfooleries with me as well, but I think he respects where I'm coming from, and deep down, he really respects the toe.
They're both Midwest guys. I think they would get along. They would do it well together.
100%.
they're just new boot goofing. A couple of guys new boot goofing.
Yeah, plus Slam Piece and Jules be hanging off camera, telling them what to say. It'd be great.
I think Red Bar has more in common with Johnny Crutches right now than he ever will with Aaron Imholt. Hacka. Miss New York, $4.99. Moody, saw you on a commercial. So adorable. See you all in Vegas. Ah, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
yes.
I've got TV credits.
That is fantastic. Yes, I heard they were showing your TV credits on Chad's show, or was it Aaron's show? I don't remember which one.
Chad's watching everything we've watched on NLO in the past month. It's like
they're going to my YouTube channel and clicking on the Me on Other Channels playlist that I've got publicly available.
It's crazy. But yeah, speaking of Vegas, Hackamania, May 9th through the 11th. Go to hackamania.com, use promo code Moody. No, wait, there is no Moody one. Tukey. That's what it is. Tukey, WATP, NLO. Come. All the disgusting things you can think of.
I gotta say, Carl, I'm a little upset. I saw a ticket purchase come through from your brother.
Okay.
And it was just
What do you
a
use,
single.
Tukey?
It was a single ticket.
I know that I know Jerry is going as well, and they're going to be hanging together, but probably buying separately.
We're not gonna see the lovely Mrs. Grant.
No, Mrs. Grant for this one. She's taking this one off, I believe.
I think she's mad I didn't spend time with her at DabbleCon too.
Very possible. This could be your
I'm
fault.
kidding.
So actually add WATP promo code to one extra one since you fucked that one up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
sorry, Christina, sorry.
Hackamania.com. Get your tickets now. VIP tickets, I'm being told, are halfway sold out.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Things are moving quick.
Well, yeah, I had a purchase today from a look, again, I love Doxxing people. You can see it all on Stripe. I just found this out from Pat Dixon. So somebody bought a ticket today that I'm very excited to see there. I can't wait for them to roll up.
That's fantastic. Oh, is that a hint?
Wow.
Oh, that's fantastic. But yes, go to hackamania.com. Use any promo code WATP, NLO, Tukey, OJ, Weird. Oh, did you want to talk about? Oh, can you talk about that other guy who bought a ticket, or no?
Who? Tio Hank?
No, the guy who figured out how to get a comp ticket.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. Did you ever talk about that?
Somebody very innovative hacked the Hackamania ticket store, and they used every promo code. And it made the ticket free.
Yay!
It just kept taking off 10%, and they used every code.
It's fantastic.
That's been fixed.
Yes, you can't do that anymore. But whoever it is, you're a genius. So hope to see you.
And you've been refunded. Nice try.
Oh, you can't do that, you son of a bitch.
Yep. No free lunches.
How dare you? But you get to sell all this information. You want to make money that way?
Yeah. I did just give out all of his info.
Yes. Gay Rollerblader, thank you for the $2. I miss skating with you in your Marty McFly days, Carl.
Oh, I miss it too. Good times, Gay Rollerblader.
Manila.
Rusty, a hangnail, $199. Send Nick the link.
Nick's always welcome to come on.
John Grimes, thanks for the $10. Great show. Can you deep fry a ham? I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could.
Well,
Maybe
hams come pre-cooked, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could deep fry anything. I mean, I'm sure it will be.
Deep
sure
fry a Snickers bar if you want.
Carl's like ham come
Creo en
pre
cuidarme a
cooked.
mí misma y en seguir una dieta equilibrada y una rutina de ejercicio rigurosa. Por la mañana, si tengo la cara un poco hinchada, me pongo una compresa de hielo mientras hago abdominales.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that.
Spanish suits him.
Am I wrong about that? I don't eat ham. I hate it.
I mean,
It's
they don't come
disgusting.
cooked from the pig.
Yes,
Well,
it's
right,
already
no,
cooked.
Yeah.
Someone cooks them.
No. I know. I understand.
No, but you're right. It's already like pretty much pre-cooked. It's like hot dog.
Dude,
It's
like
already
nuggets.
cooked.
Nuggets come cooked.
Well, like
yeah.
you can't buy like raw crab legs.
You
right?
don't think you can buy raw ham?
I don't know. I never have. Isn't it molded and everything like that so that you get it? It's pre-cooked and molded.
Oh Lord!
Am I crazy? I don't eat. I hate ham. I don't eat it. I don't know.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
never.
Lord.
That's not the only way you could get ham.
Holy shit!
Why does chicken only come in nuggets?
Carl thinks ham is what they carve up at Subway.
Right. It's only deli meat. That's the only reason why you would ever have ham.
Oh no!
Just for a Godfather or Dagwood or something.
Oh boy!
But you're right. I don't know the answer to that because I've never actually cooked a ham, so I don't know. Is the ham raw? I don't think it would be raw.
Thank you,
Like,
Jiggy, for making
usually
me
when you
sound less
buy a
stupid.
ham in a store, if you buy a honey baked ham or something like that in a store, it is cooked. It is at least partially cooked. It's
Right.
probably cooked. I'm just saying that you can get a raw ham. They don't come when you go like.
I don't know any pig farmers, asshole. All right, I don't live in China. I don't know this.
Well, I mean, just go to a butcher.
Now they only farm pigs in China. What's happening?
Yes.
Eddie Coyle, thanks for the $5. After Blind Mike did his Beggy Monster show on the next Steel Toe show, Aaron would ban any chatter who mentions the Beggy Monster.
Is that true?
Yes.
And he calls us thin skin. That's amazing.
He goes through like the multiple stages of denial. Like when he was with Corey and Patrick was making Corey do things on the show.
Corey.
Aaron didn't know that was happening, and then afterwards he said that he made
Orchestrated
Corey
it.
do it. He knew
Yeah.
he was the puppet master.
4D
And
chess.
and then it was revealed that he was so upset at Corey for doing that is what led to them splitting up.
Again, this is also the same guy who says all these other shows talk about money way more than he does, Carl. So you can't really.
And they're into wrestling, pro wrestling shit.
All these idiots are into wrestling. I hate when all these shows are acting like pro wrestlers. Oh, here's my theme song. That's after a pro.
I'm the biggest heel in the business.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't
my
mind
heel.
the Jesse Ventura figurines and the Hulkamania foam finger.
And now, like, all the sound drops he plays for certain amounts are all wrestler fucking sayings and shit. It's ridiculous. Thank you, Eddie.
If the stinky pussy house is worth $500,000, how much can I get for this stinky pussy cave?
And then one day he's like, "Look, I don't know anything about Nick's financial information, but let's break it down in detail." And he's like, he was talking about how the house is worth $700,000 or something. I guess it turns out it's worth $450,000. He doesn't have any of the numbers right yet. He's going like, and if he sells it for that, he'll have this much left. He doesn't know about closing costs and tax. He doesn't know anything.
He's spending 20 grand a month on cocaine. It's ridiculous.
Yes. 20 grand a month. Holy shit.
I assume he's still doing that. I don't have any reason to believe he ever stopped. And it's like, what?
Rusty Hangnail, thanks for the $5. Again, send Nick the link. I think Nick did actually get the link, didn't he? Or no? Maybe not, because I sent it late.
No, I don't know if he's around.
Fucking
Nick, if you're
piazzas.
watching and
Ham
want it, let
is
me
a
know.
Smoked pork thingy.
Sorry.
It's smoked. Like your fucking careers when Aaron is done with you.
Oh, a ham is smoked first.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh, so I was getting called out over here.
No, but who's smoking it? I'm saying it's raw before it's smoked.
Oh, but
So
it's
you
a
get a
processing
raw
plant.
ham.
But that's like saying there's raw hot dogs. It's just a goo. You need the plant to make it into a hot dog.
No, that's not true. A ham comes on a bone. It's a part of a. What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I just saw Mario Bosco tell me I was right, so I was
You
leading
think
into
all
it.
ham is formed into a loaf?
Yes.
You think ham is
Fucking
spam?
piazzas. Ham
Thank
is
you.
a smoked pork thingy. It's smoked. Like your fucking
Doesn't have
careers
to
when
be.
Aaron is done with you.
I don't know. I'm going with Mario Bosco on this
So
one.
you think it's honey baked ham? Come on and we smoke them. We don't bake
Yeah,
them. That's a lie.
You feed a pig honey.
And then you fuck it.
I'm not a farmer. I don't know what you want from me.
Guys, I'm out of notes. I don't know if anyone has anything else.
No.
as far as the weak in the toe.
I want to talk about his I don't know, his renewed sense of vigor. I don't know how he's managed to get into this year
Did he
with
just
this
say-
like energy that was missing.
Vigor.
Yeah, right.
With a V.
V.
Black people.
Okay. Okay. I just the accent thing. That's what.
Right, it was vigor with a V. Yeah.
Wait,
that's
hold
what
on.
I
Did he
is.
just say?
Don't be so negative.
But he's walked into 2025 with this renewed sense of energy. It's
He's shot out of a cannon.
right. I don't know where that's coming from. Does he reset? Like he's like new year, new me. What's happening?
Well, okay, I have some clue on this because he started out his show yesterday declaring that Patrick Melton is over, it's done. I think it's the Mike David thing that's really
Right.
giving him that extra push. It's just like, yes, I got a team again. We're on this team. It's us versus Patrick Melton, and we're going to take him down. That's got to be it, because how much time did he spend at the beginning of his show talking about NLL?
But last time when Mike David started attack, what did Mike go? Oh, my new laugh, my new giggle or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, see, I showed Mike David it's safe to make fun of Melton again. Mike David's following me.
Right.
I'm leading the charge. But now he's like, Mike David's leading the charge? Like, can you guys decide who's leading the charge?
He's been waiting for Mike for ages. Like, I think when you first got onto his radar, he was like,
he called
Mike,
for him.
Come help him out. Come help me out. Like,
Yeah. But the fact that the Ricada foreclosure thing happened right around New Year's Eve, and then the Red Bar thing happening around New Year's Eve, those were huge wins for the toe.
You're
so
right.
he felt like, holy shit, the momentum is shifting. The pendulum is swinging back the other way.
Yes, we do forget that the way he thinks is something bad happening to one of his enemies is a good thing for him.
Another win for the toe.
Right. Like we don't think that way. So the foreclosure thing, if that happened to someone that I don't hate anyone, but if I was someone I clowned or something, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be like, hey, WTP's better now because Chad went through foreclosure. Like, it doesn't work that way at all. It's maybe another thing you could talk about.
I mean, WATP would objectively get better if Chad had to broadcast from his bike.
Well, maybe, okay, good point.
But yeah, so he sensed it as, holy shit, the Lord struck me down at the beginning of 2024. But holy shit, the beginning of 2025, that's the year of the toe. This is the year of the toe, everyone.
But it's also, it'll be interesting to see what happens because he's got a court date coming up and there's going to be a settlement of some sort with Nick Ricada and Kayla. And what I'm looking forward to, and Dick was talking to Nick about this when Nick got into his show, is what is Nick going to reveal? Because the only person talking about all of this stuff has only been one guy giving his perspective on things. And I can't wait to find out because it's creeping out. Even with him telling us the story, it's changing. And who was doing what and how it was going down.
And that's with Nick normal. Like Nick having lost everything, lost his house, lost his wife. That's another level of like, I'm going to spill everything. And
well, that hasn't happened yet. God forbid.
Right.
But yeah.
I'm saying like
it could get really bad.
If he's wishing for Nick to lose everything, that's the worst possible outcome for Aaron.
I agree.
John Wick Ricada.
Right.
But that's what's
Your
so
enemy
great.
Has nothing to lose anymore. Would you want that to happen?
But I think that's what's so great about a guy like Aaron Imholt and why we enjoy him and follow him. And there's so many people who are watching right now do, is because of these swings that go drastically in each direction. If this was the stock market, no one would invest in it. It'd be too much turmoil going on. So he's like, right now he's on top and he's crushing everyone and Melton's almost done and Nick is broke and they're homeless and boom, boom, boom. And 2 weeks from now, there could be 2 court decisions that change everything in the other direction.
I mean, you're right, but it's also even more erratic than that. In a show, he could start the show being like, Nick's being foreclosed on, stupid motherfucker. And then 2 hours later be like, all right, guys, we're not getting the goal. And then go into a panic and beggy, like start eating a sandwich. My life's over. This is a failure. I got to look up job. And then 2 hours later, hit the goal and be like, suck my dick. Fuck you. Steel toe rules. We're the best. It's like, it's so fucking crazy.
Well, it's not a good way to live life. It takes years off your life.
It does. It seems very stressful.
Yeah.
He seems very manic, but the fact that he streams a third of the day, he has no time to process those feelings when he's not on air. So we see them literally, he go from super high, like, yes, suck my dick, to, oh my God, oh, this sucks. I thought we were doing a good show, but oh my God, what are we doing? Oh God, suck my dick, we hit the goal, yes!
You're right. We do get to see him process things in real time because he's always on his show. And he says, he says he doesn't do that and that, he's got it all figured out. And yet he comes on and he'll see news and information and react to it in the complete wrong way. And it's great because then he has to cover it up on the evening show or the next morning and try to spin it in the other direction.
Like he calls going to jail his vacation. Like everything
Everyone was so great to me. I got to read a couple books. These books are fantastic, by the way.
Yeah,
you ever read a book before? You should do it.
He swings back and polishes up every turd in his life to present as something else. It's like
he misses the goal by $200, and a day later, he's just like, it's another perfect
week.
It's crazy. Yeah, moment to moment, he's like all over the place. But if you look at it from a more zoomed out lens, he's in a sliding window of constant wins and awesome.
Right,
that's true.
Yes.
It's a good
you will
point.
be devastated, but then the next day he'll be like, this week's been great, perfect week. Because everything's great. But then if you look outside that window, so anything that was over a month in the past, that was a terrible show.
But he
That
also
was
does
in a bad place.
he also does this faux humbleness where he's like, he'll go like, look, we have bad shows all the time. Like, that's just a fact. You do shows, like, you're going to have some bad shows. And Steel Toe, believe me, we've had bad shows. If you picked one out, he'd argue. If you went, like that January 3rd, 2023, that was a bad one. He's like, I thought that was a good one. And you go, okay, well, February 28th, I thought that was, you were a little off that day. No, that was a good one. Like, he'll never tell you which one was a bad one. Because he's always saying last night's show was great. We got a great show for you today. But he will retroactively go like, dude, we have bad shows all the time. Or go like, all those shows with April on cocaine were bad. But if you went back and specifically said like, oh, this one was bad. Like if he thought they were bad, he'd pull them down. If he thought they were embarrassing, he'd pull them down. He doesn't.
Yeah, no, that is interesting. He'll never call out like I was off my game. Even when he's missing the goal by $200, he's like, we did a great show today. I don't get it. Maybe we're, trying to guilt people into it. I don't know. Maybe we had a bad show today. But he will go in and say, and this is something that is wild to me, 6 months of shows were all terrible. Right. Like I've never heard another podcaster say, unless it's Rush Limbaugh when he had that drug problem. You don't hear anyone else be like, yeah, for 6 months, I was off my game. It wasn't great.
Speaking of the goal, I don't think we hit the goal today, even though normally Rumble Friday takes care of itself. I know we were keeping track of the goal, and I think we stalled out at like 170 today. Did anyone else watch?
I just picture Rumble Friday jerking off in the corner like I'm taking care of myself.
Also, Rumble Friday was famously a goalless show. Now there's a goal, like he's counting how much money he gets on Fridays.
What? That's against the rules of Rumble Friday.
Right. It's disappointing that we can't follow the rules, but sometimes we have to bend the rules a little bit in order to please the goal. But yes, that's what I was saying. Normally he says Friday takes care of itself, so we don't have to hit the goal, but he was definitely keeping track of the goal today, and I think we stopped at 170, or at least that's when I fell asleep.
So he went from declaring there'd be no goals in 2025 to actually adding goals on Fridays?
On the third day.
That's pretty impressive, actually. I gotta give him credit for that.
The third day after the goal had died, it came back.
On the third day of end goals, Steel Toe gave to me more goals.
And I come to eat as a tree.
He also said something to Kevin a couple days ago. He said, Kevin, if I'm saying something, you need to treat it as gospel.
As the news.
As news, I never miss. If you'd bet on everything that I've ever said, you'd be up. I can't do that.
You'd be rich.
Yeah, but I can't do that because it's insider training and I'd know when I'm telling the truth and when I'm lying.
TM Imholt is trying to take over TM Zumach's turf.
In Aaron's mind, there's an imaginary casino where you could have bet on everything he's predicted. And if you had, you'd be rich. but he couldn't do that to make himself rich because the casino wouldn't allow it because it's insider trading. None of this is real.
But he's the candied bacon. April's upstairs doing candied bacon, not doing drugs. They lied about that, and he admitted that they lied about that.
Oh yeah, the whole show in 2024 was nothing but a lie.
Right.
And now
but
he's
tell
coming
me
out
that
and
I'm
saying
telling
like
lies.
everything I say is the gospel, and you have to believe it. It's like,
Tell
this
him when he's telling lies, Carl.
But this is like what gaslighting is. Like you get to a point where it's so outrageous, you go, "Wait, am I the idiot?" I mean, this is the guy who's been lying to me every episode for months, and now he's
this
telling
is
me
why-
that I should be believing everything he says. Why?
That's why it would be. That's why I think these women get trapped in a relationship with him. It would be exhausting to try to keep track of reality with this guy constantly rewriting it all the time.
No, you love the all-you-can-eat pasta bar. It's your
Right,
favorite
right.
place. Like I can eat pasta. I'm trying to not have any carbs this year.
Come
What are you talking
on,
about?
donuts as big as your head. I picture her trying to break up all the time, and he's like that episode of Seinfeld where he's just like, "No, we both have to turn our keys. I refuse to turn my key. Sit down. We're going to talk about this." Just doesn't let her leave. And what about this? We heard that that he was showing her old pictures, showing Slampy's old pictures of him when he was younger. Do we think that they had Christmas together with his children? He said Slampy's and Charlotte were looking at old photos.
Yeah.
So like, is he taking her over to his parents? Are they having a Christmas there? And then we were wondering because we know Slampy's is there during the week now. She's spending the night there. We hear her leaving for work in the morning. He mentions this kind of stuff. Are her children there during the week with her?
And how much
Aaron's
cocaine
house?
are they bringing over to the house? Is what I want to know.
But like, isn't that weird? Like, oh no, during the week her kids stay here at the house, and on the weekends my kids come, and he has to like flip the bedroom.
When Nick's kids were taken away for a while, and he was taunting Nick through videos. One of the videos he shared was Slampy's playing football or soccer with the kids,
but not her kids.
No, not his kids. His kids.
Right, yeah.
Well, I don't know what he did for Christmas, but did you hear him kind of talk about what they did for New Year's? They stayed at a hotel, and the kids
the water
were there
park,
too?
right? The water park.
Is it Great Wolf Lodge? Is that what he was talking about?
I think so, because he mentioned something about like he had to get all the bathing suits together or something like that.
But do you think that they had separate rooms? That place is pretty expensive. Did he get a room for the kids and him?
You're right.
Because he also bragged about banging Slampy on New Year's night. He's like, we went to bed early. The kids actually outlasted us. But don't worry, it was a good night, if you know what I mean.
She
Who
watched
brags
both
about fucking their girlfriend.
She watched both my balls drop.
You know what I mean? Though that's such a weird thing to talk about. Like, yeah, I went to a hotel with my girlfriend and we banged. Like,
We had sex with a girl.
I don't know so. What do you mean?
But yeah,
So
but
weird.
I was curious if they actually got the 2 rooms, because that's pretty pricey.
Well,
Especially New Year's.
He had his birthday show. He had the anniversary show before that. The other anniversary show, he probably made some bank and saved up for it. Although these attorney fees, he keeps having to go back to court. That can't be cheap. That's gotta suck.
Again, I hope there's some like civil stuff, even criminal stuff coming from April or Nick or the amount of like complete defamation that he's done to April is insane.
How's the he also said that he was telling Granny that the Google Drive stuff was
very serious, and that Melton wouldn't be a problem soon.
Right. He's already reported you to the
going to
police.
jail. He's like, well, we won't have to worry about Melton soon. This Google Drive stuff is very serious. So,
Yes. Oh, I forgot. I have a quote. He said, Melton showed someone's ill-gotten information. That's what he said. He said, and he did imply that there were people looking into this, and you are in big trouble, mister. Someone's calling your dead parents.
Got it.
Does that matter though? Because he's now wanting to do shows for free, so he doesn't need, like, he's just going to do radio for free, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the damages would be, but I also don't know the legality. If somebody has something that you left at their house and you show someone else. I have no idea, honestly. That seems like far-fetched. There are much more important laws that the government is not enforcing.
So you're telling me, like, if a guy DMs me your username and password, I can't log in and go through all your stuff? Okay.
But like breaking it down, there's two types of damages. There's like the civil damages and the criminal ones, right?
Punitive.
So either what are you doing, Tukey?
I don't know. Trying to sound like you. Punitive.
He's working on his impression on the fly. Let him go. This is what he does.
Assume.
So it's like the criminal ones, you leave them to the cops, and they'll prosecute or not based on whether a crime has happened.
Right.
And the civil one is Aaron has suffered damages due to whatever happened.
Right.
What would the civil damages be here?
Yeah, I don't think there's a lawsuit. There's no way.
From on Patrick's side, what did he lose?
The only person who has a lawsuit is Joey C. And I can't believe he hasn't brought the lawsuit yet, because he has owed tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I just think he's poor. Probably can't figure it out.
Maybe someone in the Dabbleverse will help him out. Maybe a tiny attorney.
The statute of limitations is going to run out, Joey. You have to get in there.
That's true.
Get it done.
Mm-hmm. I checked the AI laws.
Speaking of getting in there and having fun, Dr. Cream Jeans gifted 20 BW Network memberships. That's fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Cream Jeans.
Don't be afraid, everybody. Gifted memberships are nice. That's fun. Don't be afraid. Dr. Cream Jeans got the rally going. Let's follow it up.
The rally.
You know, it'd be cool if like more people gave money.
Yes,
so without me having to say it. That would be a dream. Oh my God.
You know, we broke down the end of goals thing. I watched the Carl's recent clip breaking down the end of goals thing. I can't get over it. I've watched that clip. It's the 5-minute clip of him coming up with that idea 10 times. I can't get over it. He goes, so here's what we do. And then he goes, but it's out of my hand. He comes up with this thing, and then he just goes, I don't want to beg. I don't come up with the goals. Like, this is out of my hands.
It's up to you guys.
The begging component of the show was here when I got here. I can't.
Right, yes.
Trust me,
it's in the employee handbook. I got to rewrite this through HR? What am I supposed to do?
I lost the password to change the format of the show. I can't.
Trust me, I hate it as much as you do. I hate this part. Oh, God, I hate this part. But I have to feed the beggy monster. The goal. The goal, it's insatiable.
If anyone was honest and on that show with him, they like Johnny or like you'd pipe him and go like, what are you talking about? That'd be the same thing. You're just asking for tomorrow's goal today. Like, but he has no honest feedback in his life. They just sit there and act like he came up with a brand new idea.
That was the funniest part, and props to My Lost Interest, the way he edited that, where he's talking about this and Johnny's just going, huh? He's just looking at the camera like, what?
But that means that the offset is just like, what, $350? If he pays $350 into the company, he'll always be one goal ahead.
That's what I said. Why don't you get us started, Haas? Why don't you kick in 350 and
right?
It's also, he did this thing on New Year's, which is very funny. If we hit the goal today on New Year's, our year is in the black.
Oh,
if we don't hit the goal on New Year's, he said for the year, if we don't make the goal on New Year's Eve, for the year they'll be in the red. So it really came down to that $200, whether or not they'd be in the red or the black for the year.
We really got out of 2024 by the skin of our teeth, Carl. You have no idea. It's very scary.
You can't amortize a piece of equipment you bought or something.
Also, he said it was the first year since 2021, or first year in 3 years that they were profitable. Again, profitable is $100, but that seems to imply that April was the reason that they couldn't make money. So even now that April's salary's gone, $50,000, they were able to profit $100 this year.
He thinks we're all stupid. This is the thing. When he tells us about his finances, and all of us who have like maybe run businesses or host our own podcast and keep track of this shit, understand accounting, we all look at it and
have
go,
a bank account, cut out little pennies when we were 8. Yeah.
Right. We all look at it and go, this is retarded. This can't possibly make any sense. And he just keeps repeating because he thinks we're all stupid.
Imagine he goes to like, you're at your job and you go to the accounts department. He's like, hey guys, I've got a scheme, right? If you pay me this week's salary today, and then next week you pay me the next week's salary, then every week you don't need to pay me that week's salary ever again.
The end of salaries.
It's the end of salaries.
I'll work the rest of the year for free if you just give me all the money you owe me for the next 10 years right now.
It's ridiculous.
I never need to be paid for that week on that week. Therefore, I'm never being paid for that week's salary.
I know I'm not opposed to talk about children, but his kids are missing a big opportunity here because they could be coming to him every day and being like, give me the allowance. I need the allowance. No, today's allowance. Kick in. Let's start a rally. Come on, Dad.
I learned it from watching you.
They might be doing that.
Like you should be getting money every day. Your dad needs money every day. Why can't you?
Ghost of Mr. P, thanks for more than $2. Stop yelling, Carl, you spaz, or I'll get Knight to ATM you.
I don't think Knight has the equipment to do that, but point made though. I'll calm down.
No, I heard he had his ass made into a mouth.
Stop it. Stop it, you evil man. Aiden T, $10. Imagine being in a relationship with Mubi, trying to rationalize and have real conversations. The thing you say on Monday, and he laughs. You say again on Tuesday, and he's angry.
Right.
Yeah. He'd invent a reality and then trap you in it.
It says a lot about a person who would be with him because you do have to it is a form of abuse that you're staying and putting up with.
Disgusting.
You guys are lame over here. We're doing.
I am so much. Oh.
Thank you, Chad and Ray. Dr. Cream Cheese or Cream Jeans, thank you for the $50 for the Steve C reference. Oh, thank you. And he voted for
Pendulum.
The pendulum is swinging back the other way. Yes. And he voted for P and John's mom's butt. So thank you for taking our poll and for also the $50. Thank you, Dr. Cream Cheese.
Now that's how you executive produce.
Rising from casket submerged, Celsius and Maxala 2025. Iron Imholta emerges from the A sticky 7-Eleven and Costco goo a new man. Reborn.
No more gold, no more stink pussy, no more onion.
He has risen.
Feed me breakfast pizza.
Fantastic. From Casey's. Do they have Casey's in Minnesota?
Probably.
I heard they're very proud of their breakfast pizza.
Yo, Manukas. Aaron can stick his toe in my wife's mouth. Maybe that will stop her from gobbling all that Newport cock.
Stop it. Mrs. C is a very nice lady. She doesn't gobble any cocks.
Yo, Moody, my sand nicker. Congratulations on your ISIS brothers.
Christ.
Successful New Year's mission in New Orleans. Allahu Akbar.
Yes, Moody. Congratulations.
All right,
I
Joey.
know
See,
Joey
you
was religious.
You can now get way more money from this lawsuit. I hope you screen grabbed that one.
Hey, ladies, Mike David does a show once a month in a great studio and makes a living out of it. I do 9 shows a week, begging the whole time and have a studio that looks like a Goodwill annex. We are peers.
Perfect. Thank you, Professor.
He does, Aaron's studio is decorated like a truck stop bathroom. It's really bad.
It's crazy. It looks like my classroom from fucking 3rd grade. Sharon C, thanks for the $100. I love you more than a friend. TWO. Hey, Patrick.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon. You're wonderful. Richard Lucas, 199. Was the Cybertruck driver a Manchurian candidate?
The fact that they think he might have been dead when the car pulled up there is so freaky. That it could have been remote detonated. That's what. But they say he drove up and down. But they say he drove up and down the strip a couple times before he went there. So unless that was programmed in,
couldn't he have had a Fitbit attached to his wrist so that if the Fitbit didn't sense a heartbeat, that it would blow the truck up?
So what? He killed himself in the truck when he pulled up there?
I guess so.
I mean, I think you'd see a flash or something.
He didn't kill himself. He didn't kill himself before the truck rolled up.
What's wild is Elon Musk is right. It was the stupidest automobile to do that in. It didn't even bend the frame of this truck.
Oh, you mean the self-driving?
Yeah, it could have been self-driving.
Oh, that's not actually bad. Yeah, that's actually true. I didn't think of that.
But if you watch it, nothing got damaged at that hotel. It's so crazy. What a dumb, like you literally put it in a steel box.
You would have been better off just driving into the hotel. Would have done way more damage.
Like, the Cybertruck is what the bomb squad were going to put it in when they got there. So, like, good job.
What I understand about explosives, that like you don't want something that contains an explosion though, because when you do that, then it becomes a lot.
Yeah, it
higher
did,
velocity.
Moody. It directed it up. Did you watch the video? I'm saying
No, I
didn't go into the hotel or anything.
Sure.
Like it didn't damage shit.
Right.
Like it went.
but
It just
like,
sent it up out of the tailgate.
Sure.
None of the sides blew
But
out to the doors, and nobody got hit.
But if it had failed sideways, it would have been a much bigger explosion than just putting those explosives on the ground. I'm meaning like containing an explosion.
Moody hates
makes
Elon
it
Musk,
worse.
so this is gonna be.
Hey, real
Containing
quick,
it-
Moody.
containing
let
an
me-
explosion makes it worse. That's what a pipe bomb is. Like that's
understood. All we have to go by is the actual thing that happened.
Right.
So you wish that it hurt more people and Elon was in trouble.
No, of course not. But saying that
This is how Indians are, man. They
No,
want
I know.
violence. They want
I know it
death.
wasn't Pakistan. Calm down.
Jesus.
But saying that it's good that an explosion was contained further just means that the explosion has a higher velocity leaving wherever that thing failed. So
Away
it's
from
not-
people.
Sure, that happened that time, but it's not every time.
All right,
That's
Yeah, you're right. If the Cybertruck was on its side, it would have been a different story.
right. It would have been.
Can we talk about something more important? And that is Sharon C donated $100 through Super Tip just a minute ago. Can you guys give me her information? I want to reach out to her. Seems like she's a big roller.
She's a 91407, I believe.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
We have everything. We have all your information.
All right, yeah,
now,
guys,
Sharon.
send me that, please.
Thank you again, Sharon. Keel, thank you for the $3. I just wish people would stop paying him. It would be very interesting to see if he, if these people, like the handful of people who paid him, if they just stopped, what would we get for 2 weeks?
Moody, they're saying truck is a suffix.
It sometimes is.
The Ghost of Mr. P, 199. Carl, when Jenny comes, is it just dust now?
Okay, there we are.
Horrible.
Now I'm going to start yelling again.
It's like when Mr. P gives us the light by starting to insult Jenny Jingle.
Tex Hula, $5. How amazing would it be if Aaron and Stuttering Joe swap partners? Clay Dabbler on Steel Toe and Johnny Crutches with Stuttering John.
I like that.
I do. That would be fantastic.
Don't speak for me, rug hand. I gobble cocks aplenty. How you think I'm paying Joey's capay at the free clinic? His blue chews ain't working. Thump ain't good. We're using a bowling pin now. $20 head. DM me for deets.
Vagina is so fucking gross. Who want to put their face into a women's pee hole? That's right next to her butthole, and that makes doo-doo.
Good point. Good point, Mark.
I never looked at it like that.
Mario.
Mario has it more figured out than we do.
Yeah.
I guess unless anyone else has anything to talk about toe-wise.
No.
I just had one other thing that I want to talk to you guys about. It's not a big deal. It's not really toe related, but I heard Patrick talking about how Shuli has the most super tip income on
yeah.
YouTube.
Is that what that's what Moody said?
Super chat. It's one of the high, like very high, like in the top 10 in the United States.
And I remember when at Hackamania we were hanging out and you were showing me how it was both MLC and the Shuli Network were in the top 20 of super chat money. And I heard Patrick Melton saying, yeah, it's kind of an enigma, this Dabbleverse, where people donate money to shows. And there is some validity to that, but I think there's more to it than that. And I've talked to Shuli and his producers about this. I know people have told Kevin this. When you start making that kind of money on donations, you're stupid to not find a third party where you get to keep more of the money. There are shows that do hundreds of dollars each super chat and get dozens of those throughout every single show. There's this one dating show I can't think of. There's like this cute little Asian girl and then the guy and then a bunch of dumb broads that sit around. It's a big show. I can't remember. Whatever. Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever's a great example of a show where
Streamlabs or whatever. Or
yeah. Like people super chat them hundreds of dollars at a time
to put a message up.
They won't even read it if it's under $200, and they get them all throughout the show, and it goes for hours. But that's the thing is like that's the reason why Shuli and MLC do well in that regard is because they haven't figured out to stop giving 30% of their income to YouTube.
Right.
Like when you have that many people donating, you're stupid to do that.
Well, Right,
And then
because
you
I-
also have the information that you could sell.
Well,
It's
right,
like a
yeah,
secret
you
hustle.
double dip, right?
It's you know, you do get email addresses and stuff from Patreon. We've seen Chad abuse that. I'll dox somebody. Max Bringle just sent me the email that Chad sent him when he canceled his Patreon. Like, it's desperate. Like, we have a lot of things coming up, and you should think about coming back. And like it's, well, I'm trying to hit 200 by May. This is last year. It's like,
but so I've never done that before. I'm not opposed to it. I mean, these people sign up for your Patreon. You should be able to correspond with them.
A marketing email, a follow up. Like, why did you leave? Like, is there anything we could do better? Can we offer you 3 months for the price of one? To
right.
come
Like
back?
that
All
should
kind of
happens
stuff.
all the
Sure.
time, right?
Save the sale type shit.
But I
like,
wouldn't sell my Patreon list to Tukey.
No,
I'd be like,
Chad will
have
go
at it.
like, Chad will go like, I know you're going through a divorce, and I know you're cheating on your husband, and I know your new boyfriend's name, and I'll reach out to where he works and find where your children go to school. And like, again, he's done this to people, verifiable. Like, it's okay. I guess I'll come back to your Patreon then. Like, fuck.
I'm just sharing my screen, Tukey, if you could put that on.
Oh, do you have a chart or a graph?
Yeah. So
Did you draw something?
So these are the most super chatted United States channels monthly in December 2024. It's not the most super chatted. But
Okay, I
it's,
thought you said it was the number one.
No. I've never said it's number one, but it's top 10 usually. But it's actually dipped over the course of 2024. So MLC podcast is slightly higher for December than Shuli.
Wow.
Look at that. 14, 15. But it's insane that these shows that have roughly 10,000 subs are in the top 20 on YouTube as a platform. Like that's abnormal. They are scoring way higher than they should as a conversion rate from and that's true for almost any month. So go to October. I haven't seen this, but
part of what
they'll be-
Kevin's attack is like YouTube's gonna shut down Super Tip. Like, they're not gonna allow it. Like, he thinks we're affiliated with YouTube or that they can shut it down. It's like, no, the whole reason is so that when YouTube decides to get rid of you, Super Tip doesn't go anywhere. That's the whole point. Wherever you want to broadcast, Super Tip works.
I saw Shuli as you were scrolling up.
All right.
But honestly, these people who have said that, I think Joey C is one of them, and maybe Ray DeVito, I don't know who else is saying this, don't not understand how business works at all. They're just like, well, eventually YouTube's going to shut this down. They're like, no, they have to allow this, or else it's a monopoly. Like, they have to allow this, and you guys have to get all these approvals.
Especially
and everything.
right. Especially right now, like, all these companies are under mega scrutiny for antitrust, monopoly shit. Like,
rightfully so. Yeah.
And by the way, like, the whole fundamental thing of like allowing third-party promotions and stuff, they'd have to outlaw all that. Like, so you wouldn't be able to be sponsored by NordVPN or all the fucking stuff that.
Moody, what's the biggest jihad show that you watch on there? Is that in the top 20? Or?
Oh man,
It's
there's
actually
so
a
many
children's
that I
channel.
There's so many that are going through my head right now that I can't think of just one.
Understood.
All right, everybody. That was the week in the toe. Tune into This Little Piggy next week. Do we know whose channel it's going to be on? Whose
Carl.
turn is it? Carl?
Is it my turn? All right. Yep.
Yay!
Yay!
Carl, where can everyone see next week's This Little Piggy?
Well, it is at Carl WATP is the YouTube channel. You go to whoarethese.com. That's all things Who Are These podcasts. We're doing a brand new show tomorrow. Pat Dixon's calling in. Doug from Good Times Great Movies is going to be on the show. And if you want to listen to Who Are These podcasts, you can do it for free. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, just subscribe. It'll show up there every Thursday and Sunday, and we appreciate that.
It's beautiful. And Patrick and Alo, where will you be stealing people's information next?
I deleted last night's show. It will be premiering again in 15 minutes. Head over to the Nobody Likes Onions channel. That's what I've been doing while this show is on. It's been re-uploaded and it premieres in 15 minutes. Go over and watch that. It's the entire Super Tip Pat Dixon scandal, members only show tonight, of course, and some other bonus stuff. Hackamania.com. Get your tickets May 9th through 11th. Use promo code Tukey to sign up. I'll be putting out after today's show as well. I'll be putting up the Chad Buzmuk promo ratings for this week, and I think everybody's going to be shocked. It's going to be different.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Sharon C, for another. Ooh, I think I threw. I can't do everything with one arm. Hold on,
This is perfect.
Shut up. If you want to watch how ridiculously hard this is for me, you can watch that on my Patreon, patreon.com/bedabbler network.
It really is awesome to watch.
It's awesome you can add yourself.
Navigate this.
Yeah, I was going to say you can add yourself.
Stop taking me off.
I'm sorry. I forgot you could add yourself. Sharon C, another $100. Another $100. Thank you so much. Carl, I appreciate you too. Heart, hey Moody.
Hey Sharon, I'll give you a call after this. I'm going to get your phone number
Thanks,
from Moody.
Yes.
Thank you, Sharon.
And we have your social security, your mother's maiden name. We have everything we need, Sharon. Thank you very much. TukeySoup.com for all things Tukey, patreon.com/bedabbler network. And Moody, what about you? You want to say anything to your friend
Don't
Patrick?
follow me. I don't need anyone to follow me. Just leave me alone. I don't need any of this heat. Just, just go.
I don't need this heat.
You've got better things to do with your
That's
time.
going to get clipped.
Well, you know what you have to do, Moody, is you have to get the AI Aaron channel monetized so that we can do this on that channel as well.
Right. Yeah, maybe Steel Toe parody show.
You promised us that this week and you didn't do it.
Sorry, I've been very busy.
Somebody's still employed by Super 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, love you all more than a friend. See you next week. Enjoy it. Enjoy the toe. Another win from all of us.
Play the theme.
There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground. Steel toe slipping, but we're gripping. Got the tea to spill, it's always flipping. From April's scrim to Aaron's glee. Oh, this drama's just a spree. Polydrama, legal trauma. Another win, oh, that's the karma. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down loud. Every week when we cabbage flow, tune in for this little piggy show. From revenge porn to felony, it's a circus, can't you see? The toe is bent, the goal is spent. His empire crumbles, all hell sent. April's playlist on repeat. Aaron's lies we can't defeat. The countdown's on, it won't take long to see this piggy squeal his song. This little piggy went to YouTube. This little piggy's on Rumble now. This little piggy's begging for dollars. And this little piggy's breaking down, wow. Every week moving cabbage flow. Tune in for this little piggy show. Oh, this little piggy ain't missing a thing. Just sit back, laugh, and watch the king. There's a show in town, it's going down. Every week we're back on solid ground.